This next segment could have you rethinking your hygiene habits. Bond University researchers swabbed the phones from international travellers and found devices were breeding grounds for everything from fungi to drug-resistant superbugs.
In the name of science, we bravely decided to put our own iPhones under the microscope with a weekend sunrise special investigation. Earlier in the week, gloves were donned, samples were taken, the VIP packages were sent off to the lab, and today the results will be where... That's Alice.
Look at Alice. Very official.
Yes.
So for more, we welcome back microbiologist Dr. Cameron Jones, who very kindly ran the experiment for us. Doctor, so I haven't seen the results, but I imagine Monique is filthier.
Good morning, Matt and Monique. Yes, I certainly received your swabs and I plated them out, and I'm here to tell you about the results. Who wants to go first?
Matt.
As long as I'm Matt, the least worst.
Look, I don't know if it's the least worst, but look, the types of microorganisms that I was able to recover in what's termed viable petri plate culture essentially was yeast, and a whole lot of different types of yeast. Now,
is that from my bakery
entirely
snacks?
Normal. Well, it's similar. They're from the same genus, but the types of Candida that I recovered from your phone, Matt, is a dominant microorganism called Candida parapus. Now, this microorganism, look, it's an opportunistic pathogen. It is present normally on human skin, so I'm not surprised to find that.
So
but it's
just
got a very
hands?
characteristic morphology under the microscope. So yes, essentially on your hands, it's a hand to surface transfer. So you can think of your mobile phone essentially as a third hand, because we handle them all the time. We take them into all around with us, all over the home and into the workplace. And it is just the fact that this is essentially an extension of our body. And due to that, what is resident on our hands, on our face and near our mucous membranes of our mouth and ears can easily become transferred onto the phone.
Okay, well, Cameron, I can tell that you know what you're talking about. As well as your qualifications as an experienced microbiologist, you've also got a white coat. So I feel like I need to just let you know that I have kids that take my phone all the time. Matt's got no excuse for the filthiness of his. But what about mine?
Can I get a word in? So all I've had is evidence of baked goods. What's on Monique's?
Yeah, well, she also has Candida, so it's a dominant microbe that I recovered. So she had Candida fumata, and this is a typical one.
Oh, that's the worst one.
Again.
Sorry, we won't interrupt.
Well, it's got a different name. It's easy to pronounce, but it is a common contaminant of food, but it's also very common around the nails. So I'm not surprised to see that there. I think this sort of experiment is really interesting because using viable petri plates show you exactly what can grow. But as you mentioned before, the study that was done here in Australia at Bond University and Murdoch University, this is wonderful research because it has been able to go a little bit further than we can with traditional microbiology, because they've been looking for the genetic sequences and specifically around antibiotic resistance, because really, that is a really serious topic, because no one wants to end up with an infection where an antibiotic is not going to be effective. Yeah. And so from a biosecurity viewpoint, it's really important to consider these high-touch surfaces like mobile phones as potential reservoirs and pathogen carriers coming into Australia and within the population.
OK, show us how we clean them so they don't make us sick.
Well, look, we really have to extend hand washing to phone sanitation. And so the most effective way to do that is you can purchase specific disinfectant wipes for phones, but also you can just go to your local chemist and purchase something called isopropyl alcohol, spray a little bit of that on a microfiber cloth, and then wipe over your phone and phone case regularly. If you do have a phone case, I certainly recommend taking the phone case off regularly as well, because that is very easy for dirt and debris to form within the phone case with your phone stuck inside it. And because I've recovered all these Candida microorganisms, I already know that both of you essentially have biofilms that are formed on your phone. And essentially that is a complex between the microbe and then the dirt and debris.
So
Yeah, that's what I thought.
translation of that, thank you so much, Doctor, is Mons
Matt
was a
is
fraction
filthy.
dirtier. Thank you very much for doing that investigation for us. We're very grateful.
No worries.
No surprises yeast was on mine because I'd had a 3-milk bombolini just before
it's
mine
got nothing
was swabbed.
to do with that. Absolutely nothing to do with it. Nothing to... You were the one...
recently had a bombolini? Are you aware
I'm
how
wearing
good
a
they
white
are?
coat. It is news time now. Here's Sally.